Good morning, students. Today we are going to start another very interesting chapter, that is body fluid and circulation. So if we talk about the body fluid, the fluids that are present inside the body of human being are blood and lymph. So we will study in this chapter about circulation of these two fluids, that is blood as well as lymph. Before we study about blood and lymph in detail, first of all we should know the meaning of circulation. Circulation is basically a process in which the movement of substances or molecules take place from one place to another. It can also be known as transportation. So circulation is basically a type of transportation, and if we talk about the human being, we have two fluids which help in the transportation of various substances from one place to another, that is blood, which is most commonly used by all the higher organisms, as well as lymph. So these are the two fluids which help in the transportation of various substances from one place to another. Now, what is the need of circulatory system inside the body, or what are the functions that are performed by the circulatory system? Circulatory system is meant for the transportation of various substances, out of which some are as follows. It helps the nutrient or the transportation of nutrient from the place of absorption to the different tissues and organ. It also carries the metabolic waste from different tissues to the excretory organ. It helps in the transportation of respiratory gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, which we have already done in the previous chapter, breathing and exchange of gases, that transportation of carbon dioxide and oxygen take place with the help of blood. It also helps in the transportation of metabolic intermediates to their specific sites for further metabolism. Informational molecules such as hormones from the glands where they produce to the target tissues or the organ is sent by the help of circulatory system. It also helps in maintaining the homeostasis. Water, hydrogen ion and heat is also transported to all parts of the body for equal distribution or uniform distribution with the help of circulatory system only. So these are the few major functions that are performed by the circulatory system. Now we will study about blood or human blood in detail. Blood is basically a very special type of fluid connective tissue which consists of plasma as well as the formed element. Formed element are basically known as blood corpuscles, or the cells which are found in a blood. So if we talk about human blood has two parts. One, the liquid part, which is known as plasma, and some cells are also floating in that liquid portion or part of the blood. These cells are known as corpuscles or the formed element. First of all, we should know about the components of the blood, or what the blood is made up of, or what is actually present in the blood. So here is a complete line diagram which is showing the various components of the blood. As we can see that blood is made up of two major components, that is plasma, which is the liquid part of the blood, and the formed element, which is made up of different types of cells and also known as blood corpuscles. So formed elements are again divided into three types of cell, that is erythrocyte, leukocytes and thrombocyte. In other name we can call them red blood cell RBC, white blood cell WBC and the platelets. WBCs, which are commonly called as the soldiers of our body, are again divided into two types of cell, that is granulocytes and agranulocytes. These granulocytes are further divided into three types of cell, that is basophil, eosinophil and neutrophils. Similarly, agranulocyte is again divided into lymphocytes and monocyte. Dear students, you have to make this line diagram in your notebook. From now onwards, on the next slide onwards, we will study about each and every part of the blood or which is mentioned in the line diagram in detail. Now we will study about the first component of the blood, that is plasma. Plasma is basically straw color or pale yellow colored viscous fluid, and it constitutes nearly 55% of the blood. That means 55% of the blood is made up of plasma. Plasma again has three major components, that is water, protein and some ions. 90 to 92% of the plasma consists of water. That means the major part of the plasma is made up of water. 6 to 8% of the plasma consists of three major classes of protein, that are fibrinogen, globulin and albumin. Fibrinogen is involved in the clotting of the blood. Globulin is responsible for the defense mechanism of our body, and albumin help in maintenance of the osmotic balance inside the body. Apart from water and protein, some ions are also present like calcium, sodium, magnesium, chloride, bicarbonate ion and phosphate ion. These are also present inside the plasma. Plasma, which does not has the coagulation factor. The plasma without the coagulation factor is known as serum.